Hi everyone, how are we today? Just doing our all signs shadow work reading, first full moon of the year. This full moon in Cancer, the wolf moon. Okay, I understand it's a bit weird because for me, the full moon is actually on the 14th of January here in Australia, but I do understand that elsewhere in the world, you guys are under the understanding that it's the 13th for the full moon. Wanted to make a note of that for everyone sort of if there is any confusion when you're seeing the 14th written on, my description box and whatnot. Timestamps will be in the description box as well, guys. But we are doing the shadow work reading. This month we're actually doing focus on alignment, coming into alignment, because not only is it the full moon reading where we do our shadow work, but there is this upcoming planetary alignment that is sort of bringing a lot of extra energy in at the moment. So I really kind of wanted to do a bit of a dual focus here and focus on shadow work stuff that's going to bring us into balance and help help even us out, align us with ourselves as well as the universe. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. Like I mentioned, there will be timestamps in the description box, so you are more than welcome to jump ahead to your specific placements that you're wanting to check out. But also, I do like to let people know to watch the intro so you can learn a little bit about, the energy that is surrounding this particular full moon. Each one is a little bit different, but this particular one, it's all about shifting your perspectives and, moving into a new way of being, maturing yourself emotionally, because we are seeing that it is under this, it's a Capricorn season, but it's under the influence of the Cancer full moon, which is, predominantly emotional. So this particular full moon, you may find yourself being a little bit moody and emotional, needing to kind of cry it out a little bit, to get it all out, because the emotions are running deep, and it's all about processing them with tenderness and kindness towards yourself, but also personal accountability, which is where the shadow work element comes into it. It is very focused on sentimental energy and family-based energy, maturing your love and maturing your perspective of love when it comes to family and your self connections, giving yourself the emotional support that your inner child really craves this full moon. Now, when it comes to the alignment, it is peaking between the 17th through to the 25th of January. So it is an upcoming alignment. I do believe that, it has already sort of started. So the energy is sort of processing as we speak. They do call this, in astronomy terms, astrology terms, it's a grand conjunction. It's actually quite rare for all the planets or majority of the planets to be on, one specific side of the Earth, the sun, whatever. So we will have Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus. So all four visible in the night sky in kind of a row, all on the one path. And then we do have Uranus and Neptune also in the lineup, but you will need binoculars or a telescope to see those ones. So this is an opportunity for growth, balance. With the alignment, the alignment itself is a word that does talk about, bringing things into balance, aligning things, lining it all up, getting all your ducks in a row, so to speak there. So aligning you not only with yourself, but with the cosmic forces that are going on. There's a lot of stuff going on in the cosmos at the moment. So it sort of surrounds us and is part of us as well. So setting your sights on the future, manifesting the true desires of your heart into your own future, and taking your spiritual growth to the next level. Okay, so it's a very interesting time, very important full moon, this particular one being the very first one of 2025, as well as having that energy of the alignment. I do believe there is also a retrograde running around at the moment as well, but I'm not, it's not the big one, I don't think so. That's something. Um, Today I have the chakra oracle, the Wisdom Oracle cards. They're called the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. That's a deck by Tori Hartman. Okay, so we are going to be looking at chakra stuff today as well. And I'm actually going to be giving you some sort of practical tips on how you can actually, make some small changes in your life, in this coming month to really balance out your chakras when we're seeing what chakras you personally are needing. Like I said, checking your main sun sign, but there may be another huge placement that you're wanting to check out as well. Usually your moon signs are quite strong during the full moons as well, so maybe checking out those two, and sometimes you may have overlap of chakras coming through that you're needing to pay attention to. So we will be sort of looking at some exercises or some small changes you can make in your actual life to help balance those out for yourself. I do also have the red hand lenormand that I do like to use for the shadow work. It does get a little bit deeper and darker. It is a very dark deck here as well, so really wanting to delve deep, but also with the focus of being able to make the necessary changes. That's what shadow work really is about. It's that constant path of growth and expansion, maturing, evolving yourself to that next spiritual level. So it's a really positive full moon to be doing that. So it's a really good time to get all the clutter out of yourself, start working on yourself a little bit there, so that when the new moon comes around, you really can actually start in on the manifestation stuff, the positive stuff. All right, so getting the clutter out of the way so that when the new moon comes, we can use it in a very positive way. All right, so it is a full moon in Cancer, so I will be starting with Cancer today and working our way through. There will be a few particular signs I'm going to. I will let you know now that there are a few signs that are most affected by the full moon, which is Cancer, obviously, Capricorn, obviously being in both of those signs, but we do also see Aries and Libra being affected by this full moon a little bit more heavily than others as well. But this particular full moon, quite interesting. There's some astrology around the fact that there are 5 particular star signs and this would tend to be your sun or your moon or your Venus, that if you have one of those placements, they're more likely to actually attract love energy during this full moon. Being the Cancer full moon, there is a lot of love to be had with the Cancer energy. But the 5 signs that are, there's a high chance that you may just notice some extra love headed your way during this full moon period. We have Aries, we have Gemini, Leo, Libra, and Aquarius, opening up to a little bit of extra love during this particular full moon. So it may not be, necessarily bad, this full moon, for those signs. It may just be a little bit full on. All right, so keep that in mind. Like I said, I will be starting with Cancer. Timestamps are in the description box. I will stop blabbering and we will get started. Okay, so starting off with Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Shadow work energy for Cancer. Shadow work energy for Cancer, bringing Cancer into alignment. Shadow work energy to bring Cancer into alignment, please. Okay. We have the Service card, which is Sacral Chakra energy. We also have the Enlightenment card, which is the solar plexus energy for you here, Cancer. So we do see that issues around service and enlightenment, it's kind of this energy, Cancer, of needing to do a little bit more in order, for others, in order to open yourself up to this extra step for your own enlightenment here, that there's something that you can find, something that can be revealed to you through helping others. All right, so I am picking up here that it's like even just little things like giving people advice, sharing your experiences with somebody else in order to help them. It can actually open you up, to enlighten you, to reveal a hidden truth about what you're telling this person that you may not have realized about the situation, and then you sort of understand it on a bit of a deeper level than what you may have when it happened. All right, clarify this energy for Cancer. Shadow work energy for Cancer coming into alignment. Reckless. I feel like reckless is advisory. Wild abandon, Cancer. Not being so held up in the day-to-day mundane responsibilities, adult stuff. Not having to be so mature. Your inner child energy, your playful energy. We have the child coming through first. So your inner child kind of energy, the playful, the fun side of you, is what you need to bring to others. You need to give that to others a little bit more. That playful sense of adventure that you have within yourself here, showing that to others, sharing that with others. Allowing that child to be of service to somebody or others around you in general. That's definitely advisory for you here, Cancer. Because we have that followed up by the goat, which is the rebel. That's like the teenager. All right. If we've got the child, and then we've got the teenager, and then we've got the adult here on the rider, which is this reckless person on their motorbike. So Cancer, I know it sounds, reckless is not usually a word that you would use with positivity attached, but for you, this full moon, it is. Being a little bit reckless, jumping headfirst without, just jumping into things, being a little bit impulsive, eating what you want, a little bit there as well with that goat energy. Being the wild child, being the rebel without a cause, especially too with the biker and the goat together. That's, definitely rebel kind of energy there. Doing stuff just because it's fun, not because, not restraining yourself that, oh, motorcycles are dangerous. Like I can't ride a motorcycle. I want to ride a motorbike, so I'm going to ride a motorbike. I'm just going to have fun with it, and that's how you need to sort of be at the moment here, Cancer. Really embracing that inner child that just wants to play and have fun. Take some risks. Be a little bit impulsive. Get on that bike and go for a ride. You never know where that's going to take you, because it's going to take you towards enlightenment here. But service to others and, the enlightenment energy is really all about allowing yourself to see new perspectives on things. So if you find yourself, reminiscing about certain things, try to look at things from a different perspective here. That's really going to help you out here. When it comes to Cancer to, practical things that you can be doing here with the sacral chakra, that's the pelvic chakra. So that's, in between your belly button and your groin area there. So, that's swimming. going into water, stretching, dancing, sexual flow. So, having fun. Once again, that childlike wild abandon, having a bit of fun, going with the flow of it. Swimming, dancing around like you just don't care. That's definitely a great activity for you at the moment. Going somewhere unknown to you, getting on that bike and going somewhere you've never been before, especially places of, water. Drinking fresh natural liquids as well. So, water, juice, those sorts of things are really going to help balance the sacral out for you at the moment. The solar plexus here, this is passion. Okay, so that's that, once again, that rebel, that wild abandon, that childlike rah, going into the woods and literally going rah. So there's really a fun kind of energy. It can be a little bit aggressive too, not hiding from those deeper, sometimes darker emotions like aggression and things like that, but doing it in healthy ways, like going in, doing a boxing lesson or some martial arts or something like that, building a small fire and just, burning things. Safely, of course, okay? Lighting a candle and sort of watching the flames may actually really help you with your enlightenment at the moment as well. And the expression of this really does talk about childlike play as well. So running, going on the swings, crying, laughing, howling at the moon. It is the wolf moon after all, so howling at the moon. Just being like a child and just having fun with it is really going to help balance you out at the moment, Cancer. So it looks like it might be a really fun full moon for you, Cancer. So enjoy that. But do, try to at least, in the next week or so, try to at least be of service to at least one person, even a random stranger. Okay, be of service in some way, shape or form. Give them advice, give them help, help them with their groceries across the street. Help might be really good here with such a childlike energy for you, Cancer. This is just sort of coming to me intuitively. If you're walking down the street and you see a mother struggling with a child, go and just start yammering at the child, playing with the child, distracting the child, stopping their tantrum by distracting them with this weird stranger that's making faces at them. That may actually be a way you can be of service to somebody in a very useful kind of a way. As a mother, if my child is screaming in a shop and someone behind me that I can't even see starts making faces at the child they just don't know how to react other than to just instantly stop what they're doing, and if that is currently screaming, having a tantrum, it stops so they can look at this. Why is this weirdo making faces at me? So it actually helps. I'm not going to lie. Maybe that's just my experience of that. All right, but that's what we have for you, Cancer. More than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Please subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo. Shadow work energy for Leo. Coming into alignment. Shadow work for alignment for our Leos, please. Shadow work to come into alignment for Leo. Ooh, only one chakra running around for you today. And I've got the same color on the bottom of the deck as well, which is another one of the keywords for this particular chakra. We have the sacral chakra coming through for you, Leo. Firstly, we have perseverance coming through here. We also have guilt coming through. Guilt that you're not trying hard enough. Guilt that you're not perseverant enough, but you are. It's kind of a very interesting energy here, because I feel as though you're not recognizing your own perseverance. Perseverance is like, determination that if you fall, you keep getting back up. If you fall, you get back up. If you fall, you get back up. But you have this guilt that, oh, but it took me a day to get back up. And then you have guilt about that whole day that you didn't get back up. Whereas you really should be focusing on the fact that you have this perseverance, that you got back up. Okay, Leo, we will come back to the chakra stuff here, but we'll just clarify this perseverance and guilt energy for Leo. Shadow work energy for Leo coming into alignment. Shadow work energy for our Leos coming into alignment. But yeah, it's a very passionate. And passion is, look, and then I've got the heart on the bottom for passion, and once again, so, and that was what was on the bottom of this deck as well, passion. So, that's an underlying energy of all this for you, Leo, is that you have a lot of passion, which comes through as perseverance, but that's also why you feel so guilty, because you want to do better continually. All right, so I'm seeing here a lot of the guilt has got to do with the past. It's got to do with money. It's got to do with work and not being busy enough, even at your busiest. So it's a weird energy, not going to lie here, Leo. It's kind of this, it's just because you're not recognizing some of your really positive qualities. And as positive qualities, you're getting so wrapped up in this guilt that you're not doing enough, that you're not enough, that you are actually sort of failing to see that you have these amazing qualities that are stemming from passion, but you're sort of getting stuck in the fact that some of the other sides of passionate behaviors, passionate. It's like explosive energy. It can be aggressive energy. You're getting so wrapped up in that side of it, whereas you're not seeing the positive qualities of your passion, where it's like, if you want something, you'll get it done. No matter how many times you have to fall over, you will get back up so that you can keep going for it. You will keep going for it. It's like, so it's kind of like a fighting yourself kind of energy here, a little bit in conflict with self, a little bit here, Leo. Firstly, we have the mice coming through here. So there is, a lot of guilt over things that you've lost, a lot of guilt from things in the past, that things that you kind of saying to yourself, but I should have stuck it out a bit longer. If I had have stuck it out a little bit longer, if I had have been a little bit more perseverant, if I had have tried harder, if I had have done, that's what's holding you back a little bit here, Leo. You're really needing to bring that side of things into alignment, because we are clearly seeing that you already tried hard enough. You don't have to give 500%, Leo. You already gave 100%. 100% is 100%. You can't give more than that. You cannot give physically 500%. It just doesn't happen. Not when you've only got 100 in the bank. All right, you're not a superhero, Leo. Not gonna lie. We also see the fish. Okay, so some of these past losses may be specifically revolving around money issues, that you're feeling as though you've lost financial opportunities, that you didn't stick it out long enough, kind of thing, that you should have invested more somehow into things. But what we see is, once again, it's that conflicting energy here, that you've done enough. Like, that seems to be the reason why this is coming through, as how to, of what you need to align into here. And it's this conflicted energy, because you're holding on to the guilt and the shame and the negative sides of things so much. It's you really needing to shift your perspective and look at those things in a positive light. All right, that the only reason that you feel guilt is because you have such high expectations on yourself. Okay, so that's a positive thing. To have high expectations of self is a positive thing. But there's a difference between high expectations and unrealistic expectations. So you just need to balance that, bring it down a little bit, Leo, bring it down a little bit. I feel for you guys here, asking yourself, you know, the things that you're feeling guilty about, that you're not doing enough, you haven't done enough, that you didn't do enough, that you're not enough. If your best friend was having that same issue, what would you tell them to expect of themselves? And why are your expectations on yourself higher than that, Leo? That might help sort of shift that perspective a little bit here. We do also have the city as well. So, you know, you're just sort of caught up in the rat race of your own thought patterns here. It's just kind of like a bit of a maze that you're stuck in at the moment. You know, we see the mice, you know, and then we see the city. So the mice are sort of stuck in this rat race, like mice, rats, you know, rat race. And you're just sort of going around in circles, getting stuck in this infinite loop. You can't find your way out because you don't have the map to get out of this city. And the map is actually just stopping and looking around at how far you've already come. Looking at where you've already been and how far you've already come is the map that helps you realize, oh, wow, well, you know, I really did try my hardest. And just stopping and acknowledging where you've been and what you've done. Changing that perspective just a little bit here. All right, when it comes to the chakra, that is, like I said, the sacral chakra, which is the chakra of, you know, emotions and relationships and that relationship with yourself more than anything here for you, Leo. One of the best ways to balance this chakra is to water yourself, go swimming, have a bath. You know, you can also ease that a little bit with sexual flow, so having a bit of fun with that stuff, but stretching and dancing, you know, just dancing around the lounge room. Go somewhere that you don't know, so that you have zero expectations. Go back to what it's like to have zero expectations. Go somewhere where you don't know what's there, so you don't know what to expect. It could be anything. You know, so practice removing expectations. Drinking a lot of fresh natural liquids, so water, juice, things like that are going to be really helpful for you. But, you know, passion. And remembering that, you know, the negative stuff from passion is positive stuff as well. That there's always positives to the negatives, that you can turn any weakness into a strength. That you can turn any strength into a weakness. You're turning your strengths into weaknesses. We need to flip it back around the other way. We need to shift our perspective. You know, look at it as though you were looking at somebody else's life, and what expectations would you put on somebody else in that same situation, and why are your expectations of you higher than that, Leo? Okay, so that's what we have for you. I hope that kind of helps in some kind of a way there. Wear orange as well, and you know, stones that are going to help you a lot at this time are, you know, the more orange colored stones like carnelian, citrine, those sorts of things. All right, so embracing orange. It's a very good color for you anyway, Leo. Orange. It's a very Leo color. So, you know, embrace it. Even if it's just something small, just a small bracelet or something, you know, and it doesn't even matter. You know, go and go for a walk and pick an orange flower. Something small like that, so that you just invoking the orange energy. All right, you can also do, you know, sacral chakra meditations and all that sort of stuff as well. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Leo. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course, and we will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo, shadow work for Virgo to come into alignment. Shadow work for Virgo to come into alignment. It is super hot here today. I don't know if it's just this room I'm in or what. It is hot. Okay, so we're moving up a little, moving up the body a little bit for you. All right, so Virgo, we have crown chakra here with creation. We also have mysticism with the third eye chakra. So we are looking at a bit more of a spiritual based full moon for you. This alignment is all about, leveling up spiritual stuff, growth and things like that as well. So it may actually be a very spiritual time for you, Virgo. It's all about, creating that mysticism, like, it's kind of like creating, like trusting your inner knowing that, I actually need to go through the chakra stuff with you first. I have been sort of putting it back after I've done the lenormand for you as well, but it's just coming through this way. So yeah, things like meditating, prayer, really useful to you at the moment. I do feel as though for you, it's all about, creating and finding your connection to the greater spiritual version of yourself, to your higher self, to your God, angels, spirit guides, your higher self, whatever it is that you personally believe in. Now's a really good time for you to create that link. All right. So trusting your inner knowing, refocusing the way that you think about spirituality and, not judging yourself and not judging your intuition, that if something feels right, it's right for you, regardless of whether it's, the religion you were raised in or whatever that is. It's a really good time for you to dream, flow off, daydream, start dream journals. Go into a flowy creative state of mind. Art is probably going to be really good for you here as well. Which art generally is actually more connected to the throat chakra, but I am picking up, with the creation. It's not so much about just art in general. It's about creating art within your own self. And that's more along the lines of imagination. All right. So the idea, you don't even need to physically do the art. It's like the idea of creation, the idea of what can I create, is really useful to you here, Virgo. Positive affirmations for yourself, writing down your goals and then asking your higher self to help you achieve those. Wearing purple, gold, silver, grey, all white, really good colors for you this month, Virgo. Okay. I'm seeing a few of you being like, white? I don't want to wear white. That's fine. If you're someone like, I wear quite a lot of black, but dark grey is grey. It may look black, but it's grey. It counts. Same as dark purple. Purple and black look great together. But it could also be just small things like offsetting your black outfit with a white earring or, silver jewelry may be really good for you at the moment. Great, gold or silver jewelry, just jewelry in general may be really useful because it's going to help raise your vibration a little bit here as well. So the crown chakra is right here at the top of your head, and then the third eye chakra right here in the center of your, forehead, eyebrows. Meditations, breathing exercises, reading spiritual stuff, just learning a little bit more about any spiritual things that you're interested in, whether it be, tarot, dream journaling, there's just books you can read that just open your mind up to those sorts of things. For some of you, you may even want to even just, read some Bible passages if that's what you're feeling drawn to do. Trusting your intuition and your inner knowing is really good for you at the moment as well. So testing yourself a little bit, trying out fun little games with yourself is going to be really good for you as well. So like observing people and that you don't know, for example, you're at the shops and you see someone and you hear them say something, and try to guess their star sign just off what you're seeing. Try to, me and my friends used to do this thing where you'd sit and watch people and make up backstories for them. So you'd be like, oh, look, that's a banker and he's having a rough week. He gambled. He's got a gambling problem, but he's a banker, and so he doesn't know how to keep hiding this issue from the bank, and the bank's starting to notice money's going missing. Creating little imaginative backstories for people. Coming up with things like that. Trying to guess the next song that's coming on the radio in the car, coming on your Spotify playlist on shuffle. Try to guess what the next song is before it starts. Things like that. Really trusting your inner self when it comes to things like that. If you get a feeling that, oh, someone's going to ring me, just trust it. They probably will. Those sorts of things. All right. Using rainbow prisms. Rainbow stuff is really good for you at the moment. Like when I say rainbow prisms, it's like these sorts of things. Yeah. Really, really good. And anything that, and like not dream catchers, sun catchers. Really good for you at the moment as well. Those sorts of things. Yeah. As well as, I'm getting really drawn to gold and silver. So I'm like, some of you may even want to like, because I'm seeing like gold and silver flecks all around you, Virgos. So whatever that might mean something to somebody, gold and silver flecks. Wear glitter. Glitter is great. Okay, Virgo, extra shadow work message for Virgo coming into alignment. Virgo coming into alignment with their shadow work side. Coming into alignment with your shadow, Virgo. Feminine energy. Nurturing the spiritual side of yourself. Nurturing the softer. This is what I believe. Just trust it. You may, because I'm picking up on some Virgos that are just like trying to be very, because the masculine energy is very head space, whereas the feminine energy is very heart space, just following your heart, trusting what, oh, I feel like doing this, I'm just going to go with it, I'm just going to do it. Whereas your head space is very much like, oh, you can't do that, you can't believe this, so trying to get out of that, trying to shift your perspective from the very, reality-based, logic-based perspective to, a more go with the flow type perspective. Especially here too, we have the stork. So we do see, idea creation, idea generation, coming through here with the stork, stirring yourself up a little bit, stirring up new ideas within yourself, new, it's kind of like giving, following the rabbit hole kind of thing, like looking up some conspiracy theories. And, if something looks like, oh, that actually like, oh, I feel like that's something I want to learn more about. I feel like that is something, following those little rabbit holes, especially anything related to mysticism or spirituality or even conspiracy. All right. I feel like that's really coming through for you. And being willing to put in the work. We have the mountain here as well. Being willing to, just persevere, be determined to, it's an interesting energy here, Virgo, because it's slogging away. It's kind of like slogging away, taking small steps in order to climb this mountain towards understanding, towards your level up spiritually. It's like that Bacchus pushing the rock up the hill continually. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing and you will get there. At the top of the mountain is your spiritual level up. you only need to take very small steps. Okay? It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. Just start small. Start small. Do 5 minutes meditation every day. If that's as small as you start, awesome. That is perfectly fine. All right. If you're only wanting, if all you do is wear some purple, wear some gold, some silver. Eat purple foods like plums is really good. Eggplant is really good for these chakras as well. Small steps, and you will, before you know it, you'll climb that mountain. It's all about, every time you're faced with the obstacle of logic, this is reality right in front of me. This is reality. I have to believe that. I have, this is science. I'm getting a very kind of energy here, that very masculine, stepping back. What's a new way I can, literally stirring yourself up. Like, I'm going to stir the pot. Every time I have a very rigid, structured mindset, I'm going to stir myself up and say, what's the wackiest way I can look at this? Let's rethink this from a different perspective, and that will actually really help realign you at the moment there, Virgo. Okay, so just going a little bit wacky with it is I kind of want to say for you there, Virgo. But you are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Please subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Libra. Okay, Libra, shadow work message for Libra coming into alignment. Shadow work message for our Libra coming into alignment. We've got the double whammy this full moon, Libra. It's actually going to be relatively positive, but maybe full-on full moon period for you. We do see you as one of the signs most affected by the full moon period, but we also see you as one of the signs, with the potential to attract a bit of extra love to you with the full moon as well. Okay, shadow work coming into alignment, Libra. This is like a bit of inner conflict as well. I've already saw this for someone. So these are either two separate issues for you, or you're in just a bit of conflict within self here. When it comes to, your inner self, your inner sanctum, and your self spiritual connection. Okay, so firstly, we have the third eye chakra with despondence. This is like, meh. I don't know if I care. What do I even care for? What do I even care about? Which is in contrast to the sacral chakra, passion. Things that you're passionate about. So I feel like for some of you here, you're actually trying to act like you don't care when you're actually very, very passionate about that. So, the things that you're most passionate about are the things you try the hardest to act like they don't matter. Why is that, Libra? Let's have a look here. Or it's kind of like, oh, I just feel so meh that I just can't find my true passion here. So it's kind of like two worlds here, Libra. You're either one or the other. You're like either, meh, I can't find the energy to care. Or you're like, this is all I care about. I have to have this right now. This is everything. There's no middle ground between the two. Clarify this message for Libra, please. Despondence and passion. Shadow work energy coming into alignment for Libra. I'm just sort of picking up intuitively here that passion is just around the corner. The truth of your passion is just around the corner. It's just a matter of overcoming the despondence, the pretending that I don't care. This full moon is a really good time for you to get all the meh out of your system. Cry it out. Scream it out if you need to. Especially with that passion card, because the passion energy, okay, that's the sacral chakra. Sexual flow, dancing with, wild abandon, stretching, swimming, going somewhere you don't know about, exploring the unknown. That's what this passion is all about. I feel like for a lot of you, it's about finding the passion to start with, the things that you're passionate about. But it's like it all starts off with, stretching yourself further than comfortable. Because once you're in your comfortable spot, you fall into this despondence energy where you're like, oh, meh, I couldn't be bothered getting up. I couldn't be bothered following my passion. I couldn't be bothered finding my passion. So it's all about just getting up and stretching out of your comfort zone a little bit here, Libra. Okay, so drinking natural liquids as well. So water is really good for you this month, whether you're drinking it, swimming it, bathing in it, water, good for you. With that passion energy, that sacral chakra energy here. There's that despondence coming through in the mountain card. Once again, it's just an obstacle. It's just a delay that you're putting on yourself. You just need to just start climbing, just taking those small steps, stretch out of your comfort zone, and soon you will realize that, each little step takes you closer to finding your true passion, to getting to the top of that mountain, and where you look around and you realize, like, why was I letting myself just, lay down and be all meh about everything and like pretend like I didn't care? As soon as I'm actually taking steps towards a goal, all of a sudden, everything looks different. It's a totally different view from the top of the mountain than it was from the bottom. From the bottom, it's like, oh, everything's so hard. I'm just comfortable here in my bed and it's cozy and I'm not going to get out. But then as soon as you start taking steps and you get out of bed and you go and have a shower and you go, oh, that's it, I'll go and do this. All of a sudden you're busy and you're enjoying yourself before you even realize it, and you're looking at things from a totally different mindset, a totally different perspective, a totally different viewpoint. It's all about taking a chance, taking a risk. We have the clover here, stepping out of your comfort zone, stretching, okay, jumping in the deep end, just getting up and going one way or another, taking a chance on yourself, taking a chance on doing something, anything. Swimming, go for a swim. If that's all that you can do today, that's fine. You will find a passion along the way, and then you'll be like, that's it. It might even be something like, I went for a swim today and I swam a whole lap of the pool, and then tomorrow I'm going to go back to the pool and I'm going to swim 2 laps. Pushing yourself, just stretching yourself, going somewhere that you don't know what's there, going somewhere unknown. I've never been here before. Maybe that's a goal I'm going to have for this week. I'm going to go somewhere I've never been before, and then next week, oh, that was really fun. I'm going to do that again. You're giving yourself more goals, more steps up that mountain, and then next thing you know, your perspective is totally different, and all of a sudden you found this passion for hiking or traveling or whatever it is, and all of a sudden you branching out here, branching out there, and you realizing that, oh wow, I found my passion along the way. We also have the bouquet, the flowers. So it's all about just giving your time, your love, your energy, just giving. There is a reward for all the hard effort at the end of the day. All right, we've got hard work at the start. It's hard work to get up and stop being so meh about the world and to take those steps and move into it. But as soon as you start doing so, there's a reward at the end of the day. You everything that you give, your time, your love, your energy, you will receive that back from the universe one way or another. It's going to come through with that passion energy. All right, so I did talk a little bit about the sacral chakra already for you there. So that's all about the water, getting out and about in the water. We do also have the third eye chakra here with that despondence card. So that is, right here, your intuition, your sense of just inner knowing, you're seeing without seeing. It's all about breathing, breath work, meditations, daydreaming. All right, so daydreaming may be something really good for you at the moment when it comes to this passion, because that can be your first step to dream about. Oh, imagine if. All right, maybe starting a dream journal. If there's certain spiritual stuff that you're wanting to learn a little bit more about, now's a really good time to, start practicing tarot, start, doing things like that, learning a little bit more about this, learning about that when it comes to spiritual stuff. So, it's a good time to talk to the moon, talk to God, pray, that sort of stuff as well. Wearing purple or white is really good, or indigo is really good for you at this time as well as, trying to trust your intuition and trying to use and stretch your intuition a little bit as well. So, I'm going to go to this place I've never been before, and before I go there, I'm going to write down 3 guesses of things I might see on the way or when I get there. Okay, so I'm going to go to this place I've never been before. I'm going to write down, I'm going to see a blue colored bird. I'm going to see a beautiful tree that I want to stop and take a photo of. 3 little things, whatever. Trusting your intuition. So seeing, writing them down, seeing how many of them you will actually see, guessing what song's going to come on the radio next. Simple things like that. Guessing somebody's star sign, being very imaginative, using your imagination a little bit here as well. So I find a good exercise, I did mention to one of the other signs already, is to, people watch and come up with a little backstory for the person that, the stranger that you're watching. Be like, oh, look, that person's a florist, and they've had a wonderful week. Someone just came in and ordered, thousands of dollars worth of flowers for their big wedding, and the florist is so excited. It's, really made her week, and she's very excited to work on the color theme and, making up someone's backstory. You don't know who they are, you don't know their truth, and whatnot as well. So, a bit of fun, but it also does test the intuition as well. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will move on over to our Scorpios. Okay, moving on to our Scorpios. Scorpio. Shadow work message for Scorpio coming into alignment. Scorpio, shadow work message coming into alignment. Definitely seeing it's like the walls are about to crumble, Scorpio. With this full moon, it's like you're at a bit of a standstill. Okay, firstly we have the impasse card. Certain things seem impossible. You're at a bit of a standstill with yourself and your development when it comes to your personal growth, your shadow work. You're at a bit of an impasse. It's kind of like you're trying to tell me, I don't need to do any shadow work. But deep down, you know that you do, because we also have the facade card coming through here. You're fronting. You're at a standstill because you're not being completely honest with yourself, not being completely truthful with yourself about, not taking personal responsibility for your own spiritual evolvement and your personal growth. You are at a bit of a standstill here. So the impasse card is from sacral chakra. So it is a very emotional chakra, relationship based, feeling like you're at a bit of a standstill, not knowing where you're going, what's happening, how to improve, how to grow relationships, how to grow emotionality within relationships, because you are stuck a little bit here. Clarify this message for Scorpio. The facade card is your solar plexus as well. So that's personal empowerment, finding your exploration of self a little bit more here. Ripping down the walls that you've built around yourself, because they're actually hiding you from yourself now, as well as hiding yourself and protecting yourself from others. You've been overprotective, and you've protected yourself from yourself and from growth in the process. Clarify this message for Scorpio, please. Shadow work coming into alignment for Scorpio. It's definitely the walls are about to crumble. I'm definitely seeing that coming through here. We have the cross coming through first, so responsibility is a burden that you're carrying. So you're getting a little bit bogged down with the reality of reality, logic, your responsibilities, the things that you have to take care of just in day-to-day life. It does talk about having a little bit more faith in yourself, in being able to break down these walls that you've created around yourself. We do have the dog energy here as well. So we do see, the need to rely on friends, but also to be a friend to yourself, that, you've created this facade that you don't need anything, that you're very independent and you've got it all sorted by yourself, but you do need other people to support you. You do need yourself to be a friend to yourself as well. I feel like for a lot of you, you're a really great friend to others. Why are you not a great friend to yourself? Why do you not treat yourself in the same respect that you treat others? We also see the coffin coming through here. So we definitely see the way you've been doing things is coming to an end, which is allowing a brand new beginning to come through. It's allowing that growth to come through for you in the near future, when it comes to your spiritual self and moving forward, having faith in yourself, knowing that, destiny has got a lot more in store for you than this stuck moment you're in currently. Some activities for you this month, Scorpio. We've got with the sacral chakra, water is very important to help, because you're at this standstill, you're stuck. Running water, really good for you at the moment. So, especially running water for a lot of you here. So rivers and creeks and things like that, waterfalls are really going to be useful to you at the moment. Swimming in a creek, swimming in a river, swimming in moving water. So not going to, not a lake where it's still and calm. You want to go somewhere like crazy seas, or not really crazy, be safe, but like flowing rivers, waterfalls, those sorts of places. Movement is really good for you because you're so stuck and rigid in the one spot. Movement, stretching, dancing, sexual flow, getting it out there and having a bit of fun with that. Going somewhere unknown, going somewhere you've never been before. Go to, look up a waterfall and go there just on a whim. Drinking fresh natural liquids. The water flow through you needs to be flowing as well. So Drinking a lot of water, drinking juices, things like that are going to be really good for that as well. Now, with the solar plexus, that's the burn, baby, burn energy. You need to burn that version of yourself that you show to others, the version of yourself that this is the rigid version of me. This is what I have to be. This is how I have to present. Burn that to the ground. All right, fire itself may be useful to you. Burn, like starting up a fire, and burning the things about yourself that you no longer want to be, the rigid stuck stuff, burning that away, like literally writing it on a list and burning it in a fire. Careful, once again, of course, we don't want the burning to be linked with the sexual exploration. But also, it is the card of it, like it is the chakra of empowerment and expression and exploration. So, activities, once again, movement is really good for you here. Not just that flowing water movement, but with this particular chakra, it's a bit more aggressive, like fighting and boxing type thing, boxing, or going to a smash room, running, laughing, crying, explosive passion is good for you at the moment. So going to that waterfall and just laughing and being like a kid, running around, splashing around, playing like a child in the water is going to be really good for you this month. Okay, Scorpio, so that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to move on over to our Saggies. Okay. Sagittarius, shadow work for Sagittarius coming into alignment. Make sure you watch the intro, learn a little bit more about the energy around at the moment. A lot of forces around us in the universe at the moment, guys. Not just the moon. There's the all the planets lined up for you at the moment. Sagittarius, shadow work for Sagittarius coming into alignment. Oh, okay, one. Seeing one particular chakra for you, Sagittarius. So we have the third eye chakra, the purple indigo third eye, intuition, chakra of intuition, seeing without using your eyes, trusting your inner knowledge, breathing is going to be really good for you this month. Just breathe and trust yourself. All right. I'm just sort of picking up for you that a lot of that is just part of your main message. We have mysticism. We also have recovery. Oh, straight away, I am picking up here for some of you that this has got to do with past life stuff, like recovering, knowing, recovering things that you already know within your own soul. So it's like recovering knowledge about past lives is definitely coming through here. I'm picking up a little bit of the crown chakra stuff as well, like the universal knowledge stuff as well, the Akashic records and that sort of stuff coming through a little bit there as well. But it does seem to be like recovering pieces of yourself that you have closed off to, that you have shut off. Like I'm getting the example here of it's quite common. I'll give an example from a personal friend because I won't, give any details about the friend here, but I do have a personal friend in my life that when they were a young child, they saw a lot of things that were not of this world. Okay, so basically they saw ghosts from very young age. But as, most children do, a lot of children do have a very strong intuition and mysticism about them. they shut off to that. They close off to that. They say, okay, mum said ghosts aren't real, so I didn't see that. I'm just going to tell myself I didn't see that. And if I see that, I'm just going to ignore it and pretend I didn't see it. Closed off to it. As this friend got a lot older, they realized that, hang on, I can see ghosts. I have just closed off to it. And they sort of recovered the sense of knowing that they have that ability, that skill to connect with people that have passed over, to literally see ghosts. Like a lot of people, like myself included, okay, it's very, very rare that I will actually see spirit energy, those sorts of things with my actual eyes. I won't see a visual representation of the energy. I feel it, and sometimes I it's kind of, it's hard for me to explain, but I don't see ghosts per se. There has been, the odd occasion, but normally I don't visually see ghosts. This particular friend has that skill of visually seeing spirit energy. Okay. And she kind of recovered her memories of that and then became more open to that. And all of a sudden can see ghosts, can connect with spirit in that sort of a sense. So, I feel like that's sort of something that's going along here for you at the moment, Sagittarius, that you're recovering some sort of skill or ability that you, and a mystic, a spiritual ability that you have closed yourself off to, that you're recovering this. So it's like something that you currently do not have, okay, or do not have. Currently, it's closed, but you're opening that door slowly and allowing that to progress back into your energy. And so whether or not this is a skill from a past life, a skill from your soul skills, or a skill that you had as a child, this is something that you are now reopening. Okay, Sagittarius. Clarify this message for Sagittarius, please. Shadow work for Sagittarius coming into alignment. So it's kind of just a little bit about, the truth of accepting the truth of yourself a little bit, truth of your skills. For a lot of you, it is going to be your childhood. We have the child coming through here. Opening up to that inner child that believes, especially with that mysticism card, as well as the child here, really, seeing it as an adventure rather than something scary to process or something unknown to process. It's kind of that, children believe in Santa. Children believe in stuff without, before the young child gets told, oh, ghosts aren't real, they have no question in their mind that what they see is real, until society says, oh no, you can't, ghosts aren't real, it's just the movies. Children believe in the tooth fairy, children believe in Santa, children believe in a lot of things. Children believe in a lot of things. I'm just thinking about some of the things my child has come out with. Children believe adventure. Everything is crazy and fun and adventurous. The latest one is that there's a giant shark, megalodon, in the ocean. I don't know why he thinks that, but okay. Children are the original conspiracy theorists, yeah? So it's kind of being a little bit more childlike with your thought processes when it comes to, those spiritual beliefs and the spiritual gifts and abilities that you may or may not have. And just being a little bit more open to it and accepting that, oh, it's cool, it's part of the adventure. Like, all it's kind of, yeah, it's definitely this example of conspiracy theorists, because it's like, think about it, right? 20 years ago, aliens were a conspiracy theory. Yeah, still largely are. We now have governments coming out and admitting to aliens are real, aliens exist. Some of those released information talks about a lot more being existing than just aliens too, by the way, guys. That people still, that's not real, that's not real. Dimensions, basically, like other dimensions, things like that. It's just about believing, recovering your inner knowing of that being true, kind of thing. Like why as society as a whole have always believed that aliens are real. Like a lot of people believed it before we knew it. So interesting. We also have the crossroads here. So it's kind of really choosing to walk this path, choosing to take on this adventure. You do have a lot of free will here as to what you choose to undertake here. And if you do choose to allow this to control you in a negative way or a positive way. Okay, that's why we're seeing the child alongside that crossroad card, because, you know, it's kind of giving you the option here. Do you choose to walk this path like an innocent child that believes? Or are you going to choose to stay on the path that you like have enclosed yourself onto? You can kind of see this path here. You can only see the path. You can't see what's beyond that. Whereas if you choose the path of the child, what's beyond that, you can start imagining what is beyond that path, and creating with your imagination much more than just this one solid path. So it's kind of like there is a lot of free will here though as well, because I do feel that for some of you it's a bit scary, not going to lie. Sometimes, you know, like I said, you can only see the path lit up. Sometimes the dark is scary to children as well. Sometimes that's scary. It may, some children, you know, see that as an adventure. It's like, oh, dark. It could be anything. There could be, you know, a dragon fighting a army, and, you know, and see it as a fun adventure. Whereas another child may look at that and go, oh, that's so scary. There might be dragons. Watch out for dragons. So it's up to you how you choose to see this. Is kind of where I'm going with that. We do also have the mice. So there is a lot of there is a sense of loss. That's why we're seeing the recovery as well. So I feel for a lot of you, you are aware of this loss, that you have lost that ability, that you have lost that skill, you have lost that childlike belief, and that's what we're really looking at for you this month with your shadow work. Is, do you choose to recover that little baby child inside yourself that believed, that knew that there's something greater to the world, that there's this spiritual layer to you that, you know, you have currently been, you know, hiding a little bit from. You've been sticking to the path. Do you choose to look into the darkness and imagine? How do you imagine the darkness around you? Do you see it as, you know, scary mice that are stressing you out and nibbling away at this? Or do you see it as, you know, an opportunity to actually, you know, look, I might have lost that in the past, but I'm no longer going to be the blind mice. I'm going to, you know, open my eyes and allow myself to believe. All right, so we do see with the third eye chakra for you here, breath work, very important. Breathing. Don't forget to stop and breathe. Your imagination, daydreaming, really good for you at the moment. Starting a dream journal, you know, because for a lot of you, you may be having some of this past life stuff, you know, because I am still getting the past life stuff coming through here as well. There may be some clues for you in your dreams in regard to past life stuff that's coming through that is like choosing to explore that adventure. Learning a little bit more about, you know, the spiritual stuff as well. So practicing breath work, learning how to meditate, learning, maybe you want to practice tarot, draw a card for yourself, every day, and just sort of don't even read the booklet, just have a look at it, and what vibe do you get? Sort of trusting your intuition when it comes to those sorts of things. Testing yourself out with your intuition as well, like what song's going to play next on the radio before it starts playing? What color is the next car going to be that goes past your house? Little things like that are going to be really, good for you this month. Talking to the moon, talking to God, whatever you believe in there. Wearing purple or white, going to be really good for you as well. All right, eating purple foods as well, like plums and eggplants, are really good for third eye chakra stuff as well. So, I do know that, with the third eye stuff, I personally, I find plums the best. Plums are really good for third eye stuff. Just eat one. Just eat one every week or every day, even if you feel inclined. They are actually really good at unblocking your third eye if we're seeing that yours is needing to be balanced out here. So practicing with intuition a little bit more. All right, so that's what we have for you today. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I will move on to our Capricorns. Okay, Capricorn. I'm just looking at my timestamps there. The Sagittarius reading went a little bit longer. Capricorn. Shadow work energy for Capricorn coming into alignment. Shadow work for coming into alignment for our Capricorns. Oh, it's asking me to split the deck. Okay, we'll try that again. Capricorn, shadow work for Capricorn coming into alignment. Why is it Capricorn, alignment for Capricorn, please. Shadow work for Capricorn, please. Capricorn, I need to come back to that deck, actually. I'll come back to that deck. Sometimes the universe works in mysterious ways. Shadow work for Capricorn coming into alignment. Yeah, this deck's feeling a little bit more secure in its messages. The heart, followed by the crossroads and the cross. So it's quite interesting here. This is why I'm struggling with that first deck, because free will is on the table. Crossroads in the middle, that's free will. You can choose which path you take at the moment, Capricorn. Because it's because free will is because it's the universe is asking a lot of you. You have the free will to choose whether you're willing to undertake it or not, because it's not necessary for your growth. It's bonus. Bonus energy. It's not necessary. It's how much do you want to level up? This alignment and full moon is really about, you know, taking your spirituality to the next level. If that helps make the decision at all. Because it's you know, it's telling me that you've got the free will to choose, that you don't have to do this, that you don't have to do shadow work this month at all, Capricorn. You're more than welcome, if you cannot handle it this month, to take a chill pill, sit back, relax. We got that message for you recently as well, to just chill and not do anything and relax and stop working so hard. So you're kind of being given the choice. Is that the path that you're happy with at the moment? To just, do you need to just sort of stop and absorb, and just chill and just relax and slow down a little bit at the moment? Like, I feel like you intuitively will know what you need to do for yourself, because it's kind of like the universe is asking a lot of you right now, if you do want to undertake things, because it's a weird thing, because the actual shadow work, if you choose to actually take it on, it also involves a lot of resting on your laurels, but just in a different sense. It's not resting on your laurels to stop and observe and just absorb where you've been and just sit comfortably. It's sitting in an energy of the love and the just trusting, unconditional love. Some elements of needing to work a little bit more on the self-love stuff. I will add that there. Some of you may want to work a little bit more on the self-love, the positive affirmations of self and things like that. And we do also have the cross. So that kind of shows us that, you know, some of the collective here, you are too burdened by responsibility just in day-to-day life that you do need to just zone out this month and not push yourself too hard. But others of you, this is more focused on having faith that while you're sitting back doing nothing, resting, there's a strong component that you need to have faith and trust the universe. Destiny's got it. Destiny's got it. The universe has got it. Trust sometimes can be a really hard thing, especially for a Capricorn. So used to doing everything yourself. I'm a Capricorn as well, guys. Like, I get it. And it's really hard. It's really hard to just sit back and trust that God, that the universe is going to work it out for you the way that you need it to. Because you want to control how, when, who, what. You want to control it all. You want to have a 5-year plan marked out clearly. This is going to happen, then this is going to happen, then that'll happen. But you need to trust that the universe is doing that. So you kind of don't have to do anything other than let Jesus take the wheel. Once again, I'm a Capricorn, and I turn around and I say, he wasn't around when cars were invented. He doesn't know how to drive. Why would I let him take the wheel? Not going to lie, it's really hard to let go of that control. And that's what we're sort of seeing here, I feel, for you, Capricorn, is that you need to let go of the control of your own life, your own destiny. You need to let go of destiny, because that's destiny's deal, not yours. You may be Capricorn and you may be like this close to being God, but you're not God. You are, after all, only human like the rest of us, unfortunately. It's kind of a really hard message, because it's like I'm asking you to let go of control, and to me that's horrible. But it's like you need to just trust that the universe has got your back, like it does, and the universe is going to sort it out. And it's just really all about, can you let go of the reins? Capricorn, shadow work for Capricorn coming into alignment. Faith on the bottom. Have faith, Capricorn. Because we have despondence here. Not allowing yourself to fall into, meh, I can't get out of bed and I can't do anything. Because I let go of control. So now I just have to lay here and cop it. No. That's not what this is. We're not just laying there doing nothing. We're not just, because as a Capricorn, stopping, relaxing, rest is just as important work as any other job that you need to do, any other responsibility that you have. Resting your body, resting your mind, resting your soul. Take it on board as a task that you need to accomplish. It's not despondency. It's not meh. It's not that at all. Take it on as a task that you need to accomplish. I feel like that's going to really help Capricorn. We do have the third eye chakra there with the despondence, which is your intuition, trusting your intuition. Just breathe, Capricorn, just stop and breathe. So you're not laying there doing nothing. You're laying there focusing on your breathing, meditating, allowing the answers to come. Daydreaming, allowing your imagination to run wild, practicing your spiritual gifts, whatever they are for you personally. For me, it's cards, right? Practicing my cards, doing my cards, talking to the moon, learning more about, certain spiritual esoteric stuff that you may be interested in learning. Go and learn something about crystals. That's usually a good one for a Capricorn energy, the earth stuff. Go learn about nature and the spiritual connection to nature, whether that be through crystals, plants, whatever, herbs, all those sorts of things are really good, earthy kind of nature stuff for you, Capricorn. Wear purple or white. Eat plums. Plums are really good for third eye chakra as well. We also have the Quest card here, which is the throat chakra. Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all, not going to lie. Creative expression. Okay, creative expression. Being a little bit more creative rather than so structured. Art. Go to art galleries. Write a letter to yourself, a meaningful letter to yourself. Wear blue, so blue and purple, really good for you at the moment. Sing, write, draw, paint, create something with clay, play an instrument, go to art galleries, look at art. That's what, once again though, the quest, your quest at the moment, shall you choose to undertake it? Because that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like that, your mission, should you choose to accept it, Capricorn, is to rest, not allow yourself to be despondent. Take it on as a task. Self-love a little bit there for some of you. Once again, trust the universe. Trust your intuition. Allow it to happen for you, not from you. Okay, so I know letting go of control it's a hard ask, not gonna lie, and it will be. It does feel like it's a big ask that of the universe to you here, to just trust. But that's what we're seeing for your shadow work message. Okay, so that's what we've got for you, Capricorn. More than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Moving right along to our Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Shadow work message for Aquarius coming into alignment. Shadow work message for Aquarius coming into alignment. Oh, I can't believe how hot it is in my room today. It's crazy. And mind you, I'm filming, like I waited for the full moon to actually start here in Australia. So I started filming after midnight. So it's like, let me have a look. I don't have a clock. 2:15 in the morning. And it is really hot. I'm like, I'll see if that even tells me the temperature. No, but it's really hot. It's hot. I don't know whether it's just this room or not. I need to get an aircon. PayPal links in the description, guys. I need an aircon. I'm asking for a miracle. We have miracle coming through for you. Okay, Aquarius. That is the solar plexus chakra. So, around your belly button. It's all about empowerment and exploration. So it's about, exploring the miracle of, I want to say, life for some of you. The miracle of expression as well. But more so, the miracle of your own placement and survival in this world, your own foundation, the miracle of, wow, I'm Aquarius and, I have come from this, and wow, because it's like, it's giving me this message here, Aquarius, of you being very much like looking down at yourself from the cosmos, like, look at that tiny little ant on Earth. Like, Earth is only as big as an apple, and look, there's all these little ants, and look, I'm that little ant right there. It's kind of you kind of looking down upon yourself in, like, wow, what a miracle that, out of all the universe, this planet was even created in the first place. That's a miracle. Then in all of that, life was created on this planet. What a miracle is that? And then, intelligent life, humans, came about. What a miracle. It's like you're kind of really looking at things in that sort of, or if you're not, that's how we kind of need to move into looking at things, shifting the perspective to look at yourself from a grand scheme of things, rather than I'm this person. I'm like, because it's kind of instead, like, for some of you, you may be kind of currently sitting in this energy of me looking out at all the stuff around me, and this is horrible, that's horrible, this is horrible, that's. But then when you look down on yourself from the greater view, you're seeing what a miracle each and every little thing in your life is, that, that out of hundreds of thousands of potential realities, this one is the one that sparked. Out of 1,000 million potential spermies, you're the one that got picked. And and then how many people don't make it to birth, and we have a lot of miscarriages in the world, and you're looking at the miracle of life, of your own life, the miracle of, like, out of everyone in the world, you had to go through this, that in your childhood, in your life, all these past experiences, and you're kind of looking back at things like, if anyone else went through all this stuff that I've been through, that they wouldn't be where I am now. They wouldn't be the person I am now. They would be sitting in the bottom of a cupboard crying. You know, like, what a miracle I am for being able to get up each day and go and do life. It's as simple as that for you here, Aquarius, that you've become a little bit complacent. We have complacency coming through here as well, which is the grounding, the foundational energy, the root chakra. Okay, so that's the root of yourself. So you have become a little bit grounded in complacent, that, oh, I'm here, I'm stuck here on earth. I'm so used to everything going like this, X, Y, Z. I'm so used to, this is my life. This is what I've got to deal with. You've become a little bit complacent, and you're not seeing the miracle of that. You're not seeing the miracle of you. So this is your shadow work, is flipping that perspective, so that we're looking at the miracle of you, rather than just sitting there complacently going, twiddling your thumbs, this and that and this and that, boring, mundane. I feel like you're very rooted in the mundane. I'm just getting through life to survive right now, rather than living and enjoying the fact that I have this miracle of life. Even if the only miracle each day is that, oh, wow, the sun came up. Oh, wow, I got out of bed today. Oh, wow, there's food in the cupboard. I thought I'd run out yesterday, but I have food still. Cool. What a miracle. All right, so the smallest little things here. We do see with the chakras here, the root chakra for you, with that complacency card, we do have, grounding energy of any kind. So, walking in nature, barefoot, hugging a tree, getting down to your roots quite literally may be really helpful for you here. But also getting down to the foundation of your life as well. So, getting up and cleaning your house. Spring clean does amazing things for your, cleaning your environment actually does, the foundation. This is my foundation. I come home to rest. I'm going to take care of it. Paying your bills early so that, the foundation is taken care of. The foundation of my life, it's all taken care of. Now I can start focusing on the extra stuff, the enjoyment on top of that. Animal watching, meditations, things like that. Wearing and eating red colored foods, and not that red food dye stuff that sends everyone cray. Real red, like strawberries and red apples and things like that. Okay, red beetroots and things like that. Really, beetroots are really good for root chakra, actually, because they come from the ground as well. So beetroot is actually a really good one. Strawberries do come from the ground as well, but they're more surface. Beets are down a little bit more, so they do tend to pull the root chakra up a little bit more. So red fruits and vegetables is really good. With the yellow one, that's a lot of passion, expressing your truth. Running, playing, laughing like a child, being a little bit, aggressive activities. So, running, it can be a little bit aggressive because it's very, movement, quick based. But things like boxing and things like that, really good for that as well. So exploration as well can be really good for you with that. Empowering yourself to take actions. Get out of that complacency a little bit here. Extra message for Aquarius with shadow work, please. Shadow work coming into alignment for Aquarius. Yeah, just go crazy. Getting out of that complacency. We have the goat and the child coming through first there. The goat is like that rebel without a cause. It's kind of very interesting because the goat energy, it refers to quite a few things, but the one I'm being drawn to right now is, the the devil kind of storyline, not in a negative way at all. The devil storyline is actually, it can be quite positive from the passion side of things, because you know the story of the devil and whatnot, Lucifer or whatever, was just a child who rebelled, thought that, you know, stubborn. They wanted to try things their own way. Have you ever met a goat? Like, they're pretty cray-cray. They're very stubborn, and they will, you know, they'll climb weird things. They climb trees, and they'll jump on trampolines and stuff. Goats are just, they want to try stuff. They want to explore the world. They want to explore. They see life as an adventure, like a child. You know, in the story of you know, Lucifer, the devil, it resulted in falling, you know, to hell because, you know, you went against God, whatever. There's a lot of different storylines. I'm not going to lie. I have some personal issues here. We won't go too much into that, but listen, you know, I don't want to go into the whole religion stuff too much, but there is, you know, multiple belief systems around that. But ultimately, the point I'm trying to get across is that ultimately, if you take aside the good versus evil storyline of that, it's a child that rebelled against the parent. They wanted to explore and have fun and do, you know, what they were drawn to do. That is your energy needing. That's where your energy is needing to go right now. I'm not telling you to go and fall to hell, but it's like, you know, it's a miracle that, you know, because if you stop and think about it, if God didn't want that to happen, God wouldn't have given Lucifer the ability to be rebellious. That's the parent taught the child, you know, in maybe not in a direct way, but the parent gave the child the ability to be safe enough to rebel. It's very interesting with children because, you know, children will express their truth when they feel safe with the parent. Okay, with a parent that they don't, with or an adult or a parent that they don't have that safety zone with, they hide a lot of their true behavior. They're not, you know, whereas if they rebel directly to the parent, that's their safe zone. There's safety in the rebellion in a weird kind of way. So it's very interesting. It's part of the miracle. Part of the miracle that, you know, that a lot of people don't see the positive aspects of that. That, you know, if you were to take that story at face value, God gave Lucifer the tools and the ability to rebel. So, is that maybe what God truly wanted? God wanted his children to be true to themselves. He gave them the safety zone in order to explore that. You're being given the safety zone to explore your rebellious, stubborn self, your childlike ratbag behavior. Okay, go for it. Go crazy. Not gonna lie. We also have the astral. So very spiritual energy there as well. That's that astral energy. Once again, it's bringing us straight back to that miracle energy I was talking about, where you're looking at yourself from, you know, a greater view. So you're literally up there in the astral, looking down at yourself as this beautiful little miracle. That, yeah, you can be this goat child, but you can also be just this sweet little baby, innocent. It's part of the adventure. It's part of exploring life and you know, learning about yourself. All right, but it's part of your self-empowerment that you've got the ability to be nuts. You've got that ability in an innocent, sweet, loving kind of way with that child energy there as well. So very interesting. It's very interesting message for you there, Aquarius. But it's all about getting your butt out of that complacent zone, that comfortable zone, and starting to see the miracle of you a little bit more here this month. All right, so that's what we have for you, Aquarius. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements. Please subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Pisces. Okay, so Pisces. Shadow work for Pisces coming into alignment. Shadow work for our Pisces coming into alignment. I'm hearing the phrase the Great Wanderer. What's that about? I'm not sure. Okay, so Pisces. Firstly, we have a crown chakra card here, the impartiality. See the balance here? The objective observer, the great wanderer. I don't know why I'm getting the great wanderer coming through here. It's kind of like you're somehow so experienced that you're able to remain impartial, and it's kind of like not choosing sides, that you're trying to, I don't want to say play both sides, but it's kind of a little bit of that. You're trying to remain very much in the middle. It's kind of really interesting energy here, because the next card we have is the service card, which does talk about, being of service to others. So it's kind of like I feel this energy of you trying to play, sit on the fence, okay, when it comes to, especially when it comes to others and, other people's opinions and things like that. You're trying to sit on the fence. You're trying to remain impartial, balanced, unopinionated, agreeable. I don't like that word for you at all, Pisces. I feel like every time you stop and I'm really picking it up here, Pisces, that every time that you stop and your little brain says to you, because it's like, what's that phrase that's going around at the moment? We listen, but we don't judge. Start judging. You need to be a little bit more opinionated. Or it's not even that you need to be more opinionated. It's that you just need to be more proud of your opinion, more vocal of your opinion. Because it's kind of like you're trying to remain impartial, because you are telling yourself that is you being of service to others, that if you're just listening and not judging, that you're remaining impartial, you're not giving your opinion one way or another, that's the best way you can be of service to somebody. But it's not. It's the opposite for you here, Pisces, that people around you, it's actually more of a service to the people around you to be honest, truthful, even if that is hurtful, in, within reason. We don't want to be like hurtful per se, but even if it's, an opinion that goes against the grain, and that person, like, it's actually more of a service to them to be honest and tell them your true thoughts, your true opinion, because even if it's in even if it's in conflict with theirs, because it kind of, the service that you're providing here is actually making the person stop and go, oh, hang on, Pisces has got a point. Maybe I should think about, it's you're better of service to people, helping them change their perspectives, than just sitting back and going, yeah, nod, go along with it. That's not actually being of service to the person. That's enabling, okay? Whereas you're actually, sometimes you need to stand up and fight for what's right. That's actually the better option for you, to be truthful and honest, even if it's a little bit jarring. It may invite a little bit of conflict, those sorts of things. You may have a fear that if you be completely honest that, oh, look, my opinion's totally opposite, you may have a bit of fear that, that person is then going to judge you, or they're going to take it badly. In the long run, that's actually a disservice to yourself and the person. So I feel like this is what your shadow work message is all about here. That service card is the sacral chakra. Are you surprised that Capricorn, which I'm a Capricorn, got the throat chakra, and now I'm struggling to talk? I keep messing up chakra for some reason, which is actually very suited to Pisces anyway, being a water sign. It is the chakra that does ask for water. Swimming, having a bath, drinking more water, really, really useful to help align your sacral chakra. Stretching, dancing, movement in a soft way, sexual flow even, going places unknown that you've never been before is really useful. Drinking fresh, natural liquids, so like water or juice as well. Orange colours, really useful to you at the moment. Very bright, happy orange colours for you. Orange stones as well, so like carnelian, citrine, oranges themselves. I'm getting oranges, the actual fruit. Carrot, very good for you at the moment. Those sorts of orange foods, drinks. Surrounding yourself with orange things, whether it be, orange flowers or orange clothes that you're wearing today, and orange jewelry, touch of orange. Really, really good for you. With the crown chakra there, greys and silvers are probably the best for you. Purples and gold also. That one's about meditation, learning how to talk to something beyond self. So, God, the universe, your higher self, guardians like angels, spirit guides, trusting your inner knowing, your trusting the universal consciousness, that there's something beyond you that does have knowledge that you can use. Refocusing not just your own way of thinking, but the way of thinking of others around you. Very good energy for you. Using rainbow prisms is a really good thing for that particular chakra as well. So this is a rainbow prism. Sun catchers quite often have rainbow prisms. Rainbows in general, I kind of think, for you here, Pisces. Just rainbows in general. And it's like I'm seeing that, when you see water and you see the rainbow through the water, like you're at like a waterfall or something, and the splashes of light, you look through the water and there's that like mist rainbow. That so good for you right now. So, water rainbows. I don't know how else to really explain that, Pisces, but water rainbows, really good for you. Pisces, maybe even actual rainbows too, like in the sky rainbows, may actually be really good for your energy at the moment as well. Help balance you out, align you during this time. Pisces, clarify this message. Shadow work for Pisces coming into alignment. The hourglass, divine timing at play here. Allowing things to just happen in their natural time. You know, giving people time as well to listen to the truth, to hear the truth. So to be aware that, you know, yes, sometimes when you are honest and truthful and not impartial, sometimes people just need a bit of time to hear that message that you're sharing them. But at the end of the day, you're providing them a service by being honest. Okay. We do also see here the mirror and the anchor. So I do feel as though this is something for you personally here, Pisces, where, you know, looking yourself in the mirror. I'm getting affirmations coming through there as well. Positive affirmations, sitting in front of a mirror and telling yourself positive things about yourself. But being very truthful about the things that make you feel safe and steady. Being very truthful with yourself as well is highly of service to you and your own spiritual growth at the moment, Pisces, is, you know, being able to look yourself in the mirror and be truthful about who I am, where I'm going, what I'm doing with myself, what I'm doing with my life. These are the things that make me feel safe and comfortable. These are the things that really, you know, I rely on this. I rely on being like that in my life. You know, I rely on, you know, I can depend on this truth being the truth for me. You know, really facing those things that are to do with, you know, the things that you rely on, the things that you depend on. For a lot of you, this is connected to family. Okay. So it's like, what is it about the family that provides me that security, that structure, that, you know, why and who do I know I can rely on? Can I be completely honest with? Because that's the biggest service that you're providing to yourself at the moment, is to look into the things that keep you safe within your own self, so that you can then, you know that you're coming from truth and honesty and good intentions. You're not just sitting back and just going along with it. You're not being impartial and trying to, you know, play the sit on the fence. Like, you're able to choose a side, go with it. You know that's, you're secure in your choice. Okay. So that's what we've got for you today, Pisces. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel. All right. And we will move on over to our Aries. Okay. Aries. Shadow work for Aries coming into alignment. Shadow work for our Aries coming into alignment, please. Very rigid energy. This full moon really is about your perception of things, Aries. That's the hidden energy on the bottom of the deck here, the perception card, which comes from your heart. Listening to your heart a little bit more, Aries, I do feel, because, you know, you are one of the signs most affected by this full moon, and also affected in the way of accepting love into your life. Okay, for you, Aries, I'm feeling that it's you. The love that you're attracting into your life this full moon is actually you. It's not necessarily external. You're attracting like your own sense of love this full moon with the way that you look at things, the way that you look at yourself, the way that you understand things about yourself, the way that you embrace shadow work and your spiritual growth as well. Okay, because part of this full moon, I did say in the intro there, so, you know, you're welcome to go and go back to the intro and, you know, learn a little bit more about this actual full moon energy and the alignment energy that we're coming into here with that grand conjunction coming up. But, you know, we're looking at balancing. We're setting our sights on the future and the love that we want. So I feel like it starts with you here, Aries, and it's about shifting your perspectives, giving yourself the love and the emotional support that your inner child is really craving here. Where was the taking your spiritual growth to the next level is the sentence I was looking for there. And I feel like that's what you're doing with your heart. Your heart and following your heart is allowing you to take your spiritual growth to the next level during this full moon period, this alignment period as well. I do feel like the alignment is very important for you here, Aries. It's not just the full moon, it's the alignment as well. So going through until, you know, that'll be up until the 25th, I think, is the high point of that energy. So, you know, this is kind of ongoing for the next week, 2 weeks. All right. Firstly, we do have for you here, Aries, both your cards are third eye cards, third eye chakra, which is your third eye, seeing without seeing. Okay, so your intuition, seeing love, seeing truth, seeing energy without physical proof. It's that inner knowing, trusting your gut, trusting your heart. All right. So firstly, we have balance, which is exactly what we're looking for with this alignment, coming into balance. So you definitely will be coming into some sort of balance here. It feels as though you have been very, very unbalanced with your spiritual self. Okay, so you've been really struggling to balance your belief and your spiritual self with reality and the reality that you find yourself in. They're just not meshing. Reality is not meshing with your heart and your soul. It's a hard spot. It's kind of like, I'm getting this example here, Aries, of it's a very actually quite personal. With me being neurodivergent and quite spiritual, there's been times in my spiritual, you know, leveling up and my spiritual experiences where this has really been an issue for me. And I've always kind of said it to myself as it's reality versus delusions. Okay. Because sometimes when you get really, really stuck in logic, reality, this is what I can see, this is what I can touch, this is what's really happening in my actual day-to-day life. Sorry, it's obviously a deep message here because it's set my little spiritual itch. See, there's one thing my intuition tells me. When my nose gets itchy like that, my intuition is like, you're on the money. You're on the money. And there's probably a message for me in this as well because, and that's probably why it's feeling quite personal as well because I have an Aries moon. So quite strong Aries energy in my house, not going to lie. my son, he's got like 6 planets in Aries, and I've got a couple as well, so including my moon, which is, one of the strongest, especially with a full moon. But yeah, the reality versus delusion, okay, because when you're so stuck in reality, day to day, mundane, this is what I can see, this is science, this is logic, this is reality. Everything else, your intuition, your spiritual beliefs, start to seem like they're a delusion. You start to question yourself. You start to question, is that even real? What? I have no proof that that's the truth. Until you do. Okay? Until you do. So I feel like that's something that might be happening for you this full moon is the mysticism. We have the mysticism card here as well. You're seeing Aries. There's something here about, I keep getting personal examples to give you. A couple of years ago, someone I knew that I hadn't seen or spoken to for quite a while. I had a dream. Dreams are pretty hectic for me, and the third eye chakra is heavy about dreaming. Dreams are important when it comes to your intuition. I had a dream that this person that I hadn't spoken to for a while, I had a dream of them laying in a bed, scared, and then I like looked around and I realized that, hang on, this isn't a bed. This is like it wasn't really a bed. Like it was just, in the dream, it just seemed like a metal shelf. And then I looked around and I realized that, hang on, this person is laying, and I was in the bed with them, laying there with them, next to them in the dream. But then I realized, this isn't just a bed. This is actually inside a jail. This is a bed inside a jail cell. Which I've never been in an actual jail cell, so I don't know how I knew that was a jail cell, but it's a dream. But then when I woke up, my intuition knew this person is in jail. That's real. That wasn't just a dream. That's where they are. And lo and behold, less than a day later, I had proof shown to me that, yes, this person was currently in jail. This wasn't just a dream, it was truth. My intuition was right, that they were in jail. It was shown to me in a dream, and then after I knew that as fact, because of my intuition, it was then proven to me in reality. And it made me realize that why have I been questioning myself? Why have I been telling myself that this is all a delusion? Questioning myself, oh, it's just a dream. No. Sometimes it's not a delusion. Even if you suffer delusions, okay, sometimes they're not delusions. Sometimes there's a reality behind that delusion. I don't know why I was being told to share that with you, but it's spiritual stuff. Spiritual stuff. It's trusting your dreams, realizing that you're seeing certain things that you're seeing in your dreams. If you're waking up and you're going, that doesn't feel like it was a dream, that feels real, trust your intuition. That's what these cards are about. Trusting your intuition. Learning about that spiritual thing that you've been interested in learning, but you haven't looked into it or whatever. Breathe, breath work, learning how to meditate and breathe in a spiritual kind of way. Big stuff with the third eye chakra here. Purple, really, really good. Eating purple foods like eggplant, plums especially. I don't know what it is about plums, but they really help open up your third eye. Purple, indigo, really good for the intuition. Talk to God, talk to the moon, talk to your higher self. Practice your intuition, use your imagination, daydream. Keep a dream journal. If you're dreaming certain things, jot them down. But it's also about balance. It's this balanced storyline with the reality versus delusion thing keeps coming back in, because it's the reality versus your mysticism versus your spiritual side. You have been stuck so long in the logical, the reality, that you're struggling to balance the spiritual stuff out, whereas this is your opportunity to really delve into the spiritual side of yourself, and bring it back and find that balance, find that middle ground, that it's not all logic, it's not all reality, but it's not all delusion either. There's a middle ground for you here, Aries. All right, so that's what's kind of going on with that there. But we'll have a look with the lenormand as well, clarifying this message for Aries. So it's really just about bringing your spiritual in more to balance out all that rigid logic that you've got in your energy already. That's already there. You don't need any more of that. Don't focus on science. Don't focus on logic. Don't focus on the day-to-day mundane life. Trust your heart. Trust your knowing. Trust your seeing without seeing. Trust your intuition. Trust your dreams. If you're getting a strong emotion about something that happens in a dream, maybe there's something to it. Aries. Shadow work for Aries coming into alignment, please. Oh my gosh, that's too many. It's pretty much something I just said already. Getting out of reality. Your spirituality is stuck in the middle of all this reality, this mundane, this, but I just need to focus on surviving life. No, you can't survive life at the moment, Aries, without bringing the astral. It's the astral card I saw. So that's once again the dream stuff coming through again. Astral traveling as well for you, Aries, because it wasn't a dream. There's a specific Aries, okay, that you have been telling yourself that it was a dream, but it wasn't a dream, and you know it. You astral traveled to that place or that person, and whatever you saw, that was real. Whatever you saw, that was real. It wasn't just a dream, okay? I don't know who that message is for, but it's for one specific person there, and I feel like you'll know who you are because you've been questioning already. Like, I feel like I astral travel, but that's not, like, you've been trying to tell yourself, you've been telling yourself, no, that's not real, but it was. Okay, Aries, shadow work for Aries coming into alignment, balance, and mysticism. Stop. We have the octopus here. Stop camouflaging the truth. You're squirting reality around you like ink, like this octopus. You're trying to hide. Do you know how intelligent octopus are? They're like one of the most amazing sentient creatures in the world. And they can like sneak into any little crack. They are more able than people realize. And octopus, right? There's this extra layer to octopus, right? That it's like they're so intelligent, but they also trust themselves, and they know, they just know that I can do that. Like, I've got a tentacle over here, a tentacle over there, I can do anything. But you're kind of squirting all your ink around and hiding in the ink cloud from yourself and how capable you are, especially spiritually here. You're more capable than you're allowing yourself to see. You're trying to hide it from yourself a little bit here. We also have the book and the letter coming through. So knowledge and communication. With the mysticism card here, Aries, I'm clearly seeing knowledge with the book here, and the unknown, the stuff that you don't know about, and you don't know what that means or how to learn more about that. I'm actually seeing here for a lot of you, there is a mystic around you or in your energy, or you have the potential to learn from a mystic of some description. So that could be a lot of different, a mystic could be, a mystic. It could be someone like me reading cards. It could be a religious leader of some sort as well. But you need to communicate with them. There's knowledge that this person has that you need for your own personal spiritual growth. For some of you, you're hiding from I don't know that it's the person that you're hiding from. You're hiding from learning this because you know that you know where to get the answers. You know where to learn more about this, your beliefs, your spiritual beliefs. You know where to go, who to go to learn more about this, to learn what you need to know directly related to your gifts, and because you're more capable than you realize. Once again, you have a stronger intuition than you realize, and someone out there, you maybe are astral traveling, and you maybe need to learn a little bit more about how to do that properly. And there's a person, there's a mystic. Wearing purple or white is very useful to you as well. Eating purple foods, like I mentioned here as well. Normally, I would say sort of trying to guess the next song on the radio, things like that. But it's more about, it's not about guessing the next song on the radio. It's about listening to certain songs that connect you to things. Because I'm getting these astral connections. I'm getting bonds, like energy connections between you and others, and being able to use music to connect to those different energies. So that might be something for someone there as well. But maybe taking note of what you're dreaming about, the things that you're dreaming about, and I feel like for a lot of you, ask for proof. Ask for some sort of proof. Communicate with the person. Find the proof. There's a way you can get the proof to satisfy your reality side, so that you can balance this spiritual stuff into that, because you're just sort of not trusting your spiritual side as much as your logical side, and it's holding you back from complete balance and alignment here. Okay, Aries, so that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. I feel like every sign I do, I get longer and longer, and talk more. I talk too much, guys. I'm not going to lie. Please subscribe though, so I've got someone to talk to. That's what we have for you though. But hopefully I'll see you all again soon, and we'll move on over to our Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Shadow work for Taurus coming into alignment. Shadow work for Taurus coming into alignment. Just a note here, Taurus. There's something about physical body coming through intuitively for you here, Taurus. Part of your spiritual alignment is actually paying attention to your physical body at the moment. All right. But I want to wait and see what cards we're drawing for you, so I know how that's going to connect. It's just because I fractured this finger when I was really young, and occasionally it hurts, and it's really hurting right now. It's like it's really hurting. So it's just sort of pointing me into, it's bringing me back into physical energy here. So it's like there's something that you need to pay attention to within your physical body to help balance yourself out properly. So I feel like that's just important for you at the moment. Taurus, shadow work for Taurus coming into alignment. Taurus. There is a big issue with your spiritual growth at the moment. We have despondency and complacency coming through. So you're actually the first person that's got like two of the harder negative kind of energies that have come through. So it does kind of show me that there's a little bit of work needed here, but it shows me that you're not paying attention to pushing yourself for growth on a spiritual component. Maybe that's why you're needing to pay attention to your physical body, because whatever's going on in your physical body, it's like blocking your spiritual growth as well. So you need to sort of sort that out so that we can then actually move on with growth and development on a spiritual level. Part of you is kind of like, I just don't care about that at the moment, because feeling very despondent, like, oh, there's no point doing that at the moment because I've got all this other stuff going on. Clarify this message for Taurus, please. Shadow work for Taurus coming into alignment. So firstly, we have the mirror and the tree. So especially too with the complacency card coming through, it's like you're unwilling to truly look yourself in the mirror and see your growth at all, or see how much more you need to grow. You've become very comfortable, very stuck, very comfortable, very, this is where I am. I don't need to grow any further. But you're not actually facing what still needs to grow and heal within you. you just kind of stand still, just stopped, dead, laying in bed doing nothing on a spiritual level, on a growth level. Kind of, you're just not willing to like face yourself and face the truth and take personal responsibility for your own spiritual growth. You're very stuck in reality right now. We have the candle here as well, so it's kind of like you're with the candle here. It's like you're just not seeing the light for the darkness. You're just kind of kind of like there's a few things coming through that candle. It's like burning the candle at both ends. So you're distracting yourself a lot from the things that you actually need to be looking at for your own personal growth. Maybe it's this physical thing, whatever's going on for you physically. Even if you don't know it yet, like I feel like for some of you, you have some sort of physical or health issue that you don't actually know about yet. Like it hasn't even occurred yet, but it's already, the energy of it is already holding you back. Because I'm actually just picking up here too that every single health issue, can connect to different chakras themselves, and different spiritual blockages can actually create physical ailments. And I kind of feel like that's what's happening here. So it's kind of very linked here, that because you're so stuck and blocked from your own growth and from even looking at your own growth potential on a spiritual level, on a shadow work kind of level here, you're distracting yourself from the deeper stuff. It's actually, for some of you, it's actually going to create some sort of physical ailment from that blockage. I don't know. I don't have it right here. I know exactly where it is, but I need a ladder to get it. But like I have a list somewhere of health issues that relate to chakras. So I could even like tell you, if I had my list here, I could even tell you what to watch out for, but I don't have it here. But we've got the third eye chakra, which is your intuition. So, you know, if your intuition starts saying, oh, something doesn't feel right, listen to it. Especially if something doesn't feel right within your own body, listen to it. If you have a dream about something happening to your physical body or a certain area of your physical body, pay attention to the dream, because that is your intuition, your third eye. And the complacency is from the root chakra, which is grounding your foundations. So, you know, nature is going to be really good for you right now. Walking barefoot in the grass, hugging a tree, watching animals, birds, wearing and eating red, especially beetroot with the root chakra, wearing purple or white with the third eye chakra as well, and plums are really good for that chakra. So plums and beetroot, really good for you right now. That is the bottom of your tailbone, that chakra. So for some of you, that may be connected to the physical. I'm not getting a connection physically with the third eye, but the root chakra. So it could be the bottom of your tailbone, but I'm also getting anywhere between there and the ground. So like your legs, your thighs, your legs, your feet. There may be some sort of physical issue with something there. Nature. Go to nature. Spend some time in nature. But also cleaning up the foundations, cleaning up the root of your life. All right. So, the things that are the foundation of your life right now. So if you, for example, you rent a house in a certain place, you live, that's your house, that's your spot you go home to every day. But you've got a job that you go to every day. So you've got a regular office spot, that's your office cubicle. Those two areas, the house, the office cubicle, they are part of your foundation. So cleaning those areas, clearing that space, renewing the foundation, cleansing the foundation, cleaning the house, literally just clean the house. Pay your bills on early. Make sure, the foundation that you go home to every day is taken care of. Getting that repair done, the dodgy door jamb or whatever, those sorts of things are actually really going to help you ground that root chakra energy and help move yourself on out of that complacency energy as well, rather than distracting you, so that you can actually then start to focus on some self-growth. I am picking up for you, Taurus, that it's kind of like I can give you the first step here. You need to go and enact on those things, and you need to pay attention to your physical body, because whatever's going on with your physical body, it's different for each and every one of you. So I can't really tell you step 2, because that comes after that's taken care of. So this is what I've got for you right now. So for a lot of you, you may really want to check out your moon placement. I'm getting your moon placement coming through. That may actually hold a little bit more shadow work information for you, because I feel as though the only message I'm getting here is, getting out of the rut of not doing shadow work. And in order to do that, you need to start taking some physical actions, and asking yourself, what is it about my physical body that I need to pay attention to right now? And for some of you, it may just be as simple as getting out in nature, getting out of the house, getting out of the bed, going for a walk in the grass, going for a walk in nature, going and, watching some animals or something like that. And that's all you need to do. When it comes to your physical body, maybe you just need some fresh air. All right, getting out of that bed, getting out of the house. That may be all that you need. You may just need to add some purple, red colors to your diet for some of you there. All right. I'm also getting what is it? Cranberry juice. Cranberry juice is coming through for you as well. Okay, Taurus, so that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check that moon placement or any other strong placement you would like to check. And we will move on over to Gemini. Last one, Gemini of the day. We've got Gemini. You are one of the signs attracting some extra love into your energy for this full moon, Gemini. So, I hope that goes well for you. I feel like you're probably one of the only signs too where that's external love, like someone actually sharing some sort of loving moment with you during the full moon, even if it's just a platonic friend love. Or an animal kind. I feel like maybe animals are going to be very attracted to this full moon as well, Gemini. Love you. Animals love you this full moon. Gemini, shadow work coming into alignment for our Geminis. And I just said, I feel like you're one of the only ones attracting the external love. You need to give it back as well. We have gratitude and service coming through for you here. Gratitude. Gratitude. I'm just noticing I've got 2 chakras that have pretty much not shown up for anybody this full moon, this chakra reading. That's very interesting to me. Very random, but okay. Gratitude and service. You showing gratitude to the people that love you and support you and care for you is the best way you can provide for them. You know, if they love you and they support you, tell them, show them gratitude, show them, tell them that it is returned. That is the service you need to be providing at the moment, because it's actually going to help you just as much as it's going to help them. Doing things for others at the moment, Gemini, is a way that you can show gratitude for just the littlest things. And needing to, there is an element here of you needing to really, really sit with yourself and ask yourself, and look at all the things that you do have in your life to be grateful for. There's more than you know. And even if those things are just, I'm grateful for these people that I have in my life, that's amazing. That's more than some people have got, Gemini. I'm grateful for this roof, this food, this bed. I'm grateful for the opportunity to help others by telling them that I love them. That helps them because they know that they are loved. Because you never know. Like, I'm getting this energy here that there may actually be somebody around you, Gemini, that you don't actually know how much it would mean to that person. It's kind of like you being in the right place at the right time. I'm picking up on here. That even if it's a random stranger, like, because I'm getting this example given to me right now where, you're walking down the street and you see somebody and you look over at them and you're like, something about them looks amazing. And you turn around to this person, and just as an example, I really love your necklace, the way you've done your hair, your shirt. Where did you get it? Just you saying that to that person turns their whole life around in some kind of way. Because what you don't see is what's going on behind the scenes. This is a random stranger. I'm seeing you walking down the street, saying something sweet, nice, loving, gratitude for just being alive and having the ability to compliment somebody. You provide a greater service to this person than because you don't know what's going on in their life. I'm seeing behind the surface here, there's a lot going on in this person's life, and they are a wreck. And having a random stranger, you randomly compliment them on something about themselves, even if it's just the choice of clothing that they're wearing that day. There's something about it that it honestly, it turns things around for this person. It changes their perspective on life and on the situation that they're going through in their life. So you may never even know about this, but that's the service you're providing here. And it's kind of like having the gratitude for being able to be the butterfly effect yourself, because this is what's going to happen here, Gemini. You're the butterfly that flaps its wings in, across the other side of the world, that then has these giant ramifications on somebody's entire life. If that doesn't happen, if you don't show gratitude, if you don't show sweetness, if you don't, be of service to this person in that kind of a way, And it's something random, like it's something really random like that. Like it may be, like it doesn't necessarily have to be that specific thing. Although, I would suggest doing that anyway. That's a nice thing to do. If you see something positive about someone, or you see someone be really kind, say it. Tell them, wow, that was really kind of you. You must be such a nice person. Random stranger, you change this person's life and you don't even know it. That's amazing. I really love that energy. So it's like, this extra love around you, you're attracting it to you, but giving it back out and having gratitude by sharing the love, by having gratitude to the universe, by, sharing the love with even random people, sharing the love with, your loved ones as well. Maybe they're the one that needs to hear something that day, and that's whose life you change for the better. So don't be afraid. If you think it, say it. If it's something nice, don't just think it, say it. Let the person know. Oh, that was lovely. You're lovely. Oh, I really like you. Oh, I love that shirt. Whatever that is. You're my best friend. I love you. Whatever. Say it. Don't hold back. Gemini. Shadow work for Gemini coming into alignment. Yeah. Look, it's just supporting what I have already sort of spoken about here, because we've got the fish, the bear, and then the cross. Whoop. So abundance, your gratitude, sharing your abundance of love energy. Whether you have it or not, you're sharing this love energy that you have, the positive energy that you have. You're sharing that, because the more that you share that, the abundance, the more you get. The more you give, the more you get when it comes to the abundance of love, the abundance of positivity, of happiness. The more you share that with others, the more you actually have for yourself. Nurturing, protecting people, general, like gratitude once again. And then we have the cross, having faith that there is a deeper meaning to all this, that this is going to change somebody's life in a way that you don't even understand. You just have to trust and have faith that this is part of destiny, and this changes destiny for somebody else in a really positive way. There's not really much more I can say. Your balance, you're relatively balanced here, Gemini. It's just about, having gratitude. Maybe sitting down and writing out a list of things that you're grateful for. Especially spiritual stuff. The third eye chakra, the gratitude card there, third eye chakra, your intuition, trust your intuition, trust your dreams, daydream, use your imagination, maybe journaling about your dreams, about your spiritual, the things that you have to be grateful for. I keep getting that. Writing down your gratitudes, writing down the ways that you can help others as well, be of service to others. That service card is the sacral chakra, which is, emotions and relationships with others. It's very water based here. So go for a swim, have a bath, go somewhere that you've never been before that has, water, like a waterfall, a river, things like that. Drinking a lot of water, juice, stretching, dancing, move, slow sensual movement, flow like water. Can be sexual as well. You can exert some of that sacral energy with the sexual stuff, but it's all about flow like water. All right. Stretch yourself out a little bit, explore, dance, move those hips. All right. Swim, have a bath, waterfalls, explore. Interesting. Okay, so wearing orange as well, wearing purple or white as well. Really good for you at the moment. Oh, and look, if you're wearing white, you'll look like an angel to the person too. That's kind of really cute. Any Geminis out there with a dress-up party coming up this month? Go as an angel. Or you know, white toga party, whatever. It's gonna look good on you, okay, Gemini? So that's what we have for you today. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will hopefully see you all in a couple of days with our next All Signs reading.